Hey guys, before we get into this video, we just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support. As a thank you from us, we're running a giveaway for a box of Upper Deck Marvel Platinum. Stick around to the end for more details. Appreciate you guys.
Shane, is that you?
My name is Magneto. To me, my contract.
Good.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
My kids are sleeping.
All right, spoiler warning. We're going to talk briefly about the first 2 episodes. So if you haven't checked them out, make sure you go watch them before you watch us and then leave a bunch of nasty comments for us. Thanks. So, first 2 episodes are out Disney Plus. We watched them all. I think I can safely say for us all that we're pretty big fans of it so far. Shane, anything stood out to you?
Yeah, as someone who bought all the DVDs and watched it on Disney Plus, I've watched the entire series probably 3 or 4 times. It met every one of my expectations. I loved it. I think it might be the best series start that has ever been put out on Disney Plus. I couldn't be more satisfied.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I had some winners and losers for the first 2 episodes. Big winner is Jubilee and Sunspot. The club scene. Let the kids be kids, man. It was so fun. It was fun seeing them. I remember Night of Sentinels, the first episode. It's based in going to the mall. Now we have one based at the club. I thought it was pretty cool. And for the loser, I think for the majority of us in here, the big loser is Gambit. My boy Gambit. He's gonna have a lot of free time. He might, enough time to play with his cards. He might need to pick up a new hobby. Maybe he needs to get into Marvel cards. I don't know. He needs to do something because it's not looking good for him. Shout out to all the Gambit collectors out there. Tim, any winners and losers for you?
Yeah, man. I think that Cyclops comes off as a huge winner. The first 2 episodes, the first one particularly, both episodes, I just think his character development has been the standout. It's relatable. I mean, he's going through real life stuff, but also trying to lead the team. I would also say, shout out to the producers of the show. The fight scenes gave off like 90s anime vibes, like Akira and Ghost in the Shell, but just like a modernized version of that. And so it really did draw me in. For losers, I agree with you. I think Gambit took the biggest L out of everyone. It wasn't looking too good though for Wolverine though. Wolverine did not get a lot of burn the first couple episodes, and he had to take his he had to take the woman he loves to the hospital, and she carrying the other guy's baby. So
that was rough, man.
Yeah. I have a winner. My winner is Magneto, taking over the team. He's in charge, and he's getting the chicks. So, he's a winner. And as far as losers, I don't know if she's a loser. I feel bad for her. It's Storm and poor Jean Grey as well. But yeah, props to Magneto.
For sure. So now that the series is back, we want to do a Marvel spotlight on some of our favorite X-Men cards. We're going to start with the Gambit Platinum Portrait. This was 2021 X-Men Metal. Personally, to me, the set's special because it was the first modern box where I was in the Marvel card hobby, physically opened it, and within my circle, my friends, this was our go-to card. It's the Platinum Portrait from the early 90s basketball, and Gambit was my character growing up. So as soon as I saw it, I fell in love with the design.
Yeah, I love the Platinum Portraits. I think X-Men Metal was my first metal set back into the hobby, and so I share that with Doom. Like, the set was a ton of fun, just cracking it and pulling cards. Platinum Portraits was my personal favorite insert. I was lucky enough to pull the Colossus, but it was just a fire set, bro.
Yeah, and I believe it was short printed, like less than 30 or so. They're not numbered, so pretty rare card to hit. My favorite card and base card image is definitely the Mystique from Simone Bianchi. I believe this is from the image of the Dark X-Men cover he did. And, you know, I collect some Mystique cards. This is the blue parallel, which is a Upper Deck E-Pack exclusive. You needed 10 digital cards to convert into a blue. Personally, I think the blues were the best looking cards. A lot of this set suffered from poor printing issues, and this one seemed to be the best overall. But the color match on blue is just my favorite card overall.
Yeah, I don't always think that color match matters as much as people say, but with this card, I mean, it makes it just so beautiful. It has to have an impact on the value and just the desirability of it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's one of our favorite artists. At least Doom, Will and mine's with Simone Bianchi. Not to leave Shane off, but I don't know if Shane likes his art or not. But I know the three of us really do, and that's it's kind of the genesis of how the three of us connected was kind of through his art as well.
Nice. All right, Tim.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're talking about X-Men 92. What also came out in 1992 was Marvel Masterpiece, right? Joe Jusko art. This right here is the 2016 Battle Spectrum Gems, numbered out of 99, Wolverine versus Sabretooth, which this set is the reintroduction back into modern Masterpiece, which is what we call it in the hobby. This was our first time back with all new original art throughout the entire set by one artist. And who better to reintroduce the brand than to have, you know, the legend himself just come back and redo all the characters. I know he's done quite a few different iterations of Wolverine. To me, this one just screams 90. It just brings me back to my childhood, picking up that X-Men VHS at Blockbuster, the one with Wolverine and Sabretooth on the cover. Particularly, that's what this card reminds me of.
Nice.
So yeah, man, love this card.
I would, and just the set itself, like it's the Venom and Carnage is one of the most iconic, I would say, modern Marvel cards. This one's right next to it in that set. So yeah, beautiful.
And this
card.
is the only parallel that you could get. There were no reds, greens, or golds in this year. So the teal is amazing.
Yeah, this is a more recent card, right? We just had the Marvel Platinum release maybe like a week and a half ago at the time of this recording. So see this art was just one of the arts that was a standout to me. And shout out to the artist, just a great job. It screams X-Men 92, 97 vibes. Yeah. It brings us back to that just that nostalgic costume. And I know that we had a few modern X-Men sets like FLAIR Ultra X-Men and also X-Men Metal, but we didn't really get that blue and yellow suit aesthetic in those sets. Not this suit in particular. So it's great to see it come back in 2022 Masterpiece. Now on Marvel Platinum. I'm really enjoying
They're showing love to the OG Cyclops. Again, talk about a character is probably underrated in the hobby. He has a lot of great looking cards, and for some reason, not the most popular, but maybe after watching the first two episodes, things changed because he was definitely one of the most important characters so far, for sure.
I wanted to spotlight one of the older sketch cards in the hobby. I think this is the second year that they did sketch cards. So it's a 1998 Marvel Creators Collection. There were one per box, and this one's by Rob Davis. And I like just the pen and pencil black and white style.
Yeah, I definitely missed the black and white sketches, or even the pencil sketches, like early on those.
Yeah.
With the stamp on them. Like I wish we had some of those options now. I know they push artists to do color sketches, but something about the aesthetic of it that I really love.
It reminds me of the design variants that have become popular in comics lately, where they kind of show kind of the artist process of creating the aesthetics of the character in a particular storyline. Really nice card. And
here we've got a 2014 Rittenhouse 75th anniversary diamond parallel. So these are 1 in 288 packs. That means it's a case hit. It's limited to 10. For Rittenhouse, this is kind of like their version of a PMG. It's just when you go to buy it, it's much, much lower in value. I think they're a little underrated, but cool cards. Real nice looking.
Yeah, and it looks a lot like the base card, but until you have it in hand, this one has the actual foiling on top. For some reason, at least in my experience, 75th anniversary diamonds are much tougher to find than the 2014 Marvel Universe diamonds. But love the Rittenhouse design. I wish we still had them as a publisher of these cards.
Yeah, and I love that they used the Mohawk version of Storm in X-Men 97. It was a nice touch.
Shout out to Swami for showing these to me. These are the Marvel Beginnings holograms from 2012, Series 2 and 3. Each series had a unique background. Series 2 had the classic X-Men logos, and then Series 3 had the Avengers theme holo layering. These have a lot of depth when you have them in hand. Yeah. Sometimes you'll see them on eBay and the scans don't really do them justice, but in hand they pop. And there's no exact number, they're not hard serialized or anything, but there's estimated to be around 70 copies per character.
Yeah, these are fire, and I think the one on the right looks familiar in terms of the artist.
Yeah, Bianchi, one of my favorites.
Yeah, we got Simone Bianchi, and then I believe we have Jim Chung on the one on the left. So two super prominent comic artists. Just I love when Upper Deck takes comic art and they leverage it in this type of way, where it just elevates the art on a very unique insert. They look beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
There's not a ton of reused images on those holograms too. Like if you go through the checklist, you're gonna see a lot of images that haven't been reused yet again. This is the 2016 Marvel Gems Jean Grey nameplate out of 10. I actually pulled this myself, which was a cool moment. It's got a clean design, they're hard to hit, and my favorite part about it is the 90s X-Men uniform. It looks like it could be straight out of the animated series, which is why I wanted to highlight it for this episode.
It's a great looking card. It's got, for the Exquisite logo and the Upper Deck logo and the little lining on the sides, it's got rainbow foil, which you can't really see in this photo, but it's awesome in hand.
Yeah.
What are these cards numbered out of?
This one is numbered out of 10, and then I think that the base, the traditional one, is out of 99. Correct, Shane?
Yes.
And the base out of 99 doesn't have that plate. Actually, which I think more visually appealing, has the character font in their logo. So, and it reflects the color of their costume too, which is pretty sick.
Yep.
So now we've seen the first two episodes. What are we looking forward to the most? Personally, being biased, I would love to see when Mystique shows up and sees how some of the villains are mixed into the storyline now that Magneto is the one in charge. Tim, anything you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm hoping that Wolverine has a bounce back this season and gets leveraged a little bit more. I love the dynamic between him and Gambit when they were on the battlefield. But it made me think of Colossus being in that battlefield with Wolverine and doing the Cannonball special. And so I'm hoping that Wolverine gets elevated a little bit. So,
yeah. Also, personal shout out to Morph. I think the MVP of the series so far is being used as the perfect character to use cameos. We see the Blob. We see Lady Deathstrike. Psylocke. So
Sabretooth at the end of the second episode.
Sabretooth when he throws the chips. Yeah. So far, my favorite character that I did not expect to root for, and anytime we see him. So definitely, Tim, can you give us some details for the giveaway we're doing?
Yeah, man. So we're gearing up for a giveaway. Wanted to let you guys know we'll be giving away a box of Upper Deck Marvel Platinum. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we'll be picking someone from a video randomly. So all you have to do is just leave a comment on all the videos. The more videos you leave a comment on, the more likely you are to win the box. So go ahead and give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you have your bell notifications on so you can get all the latest weekly content that we'll be dropping. Be the first one to drop a comment and get yourself an entry into the giveaway.
And major thanks to anyone who subscribed already and those who have left comments. Really motivates us to produce more content, so we really appreciate it. And let's see what else happens at X-Men 97. Peace.
Bye.